going on, everybody? It's your man Overtime down here in the basement. Go ahead and introduce you guys into what I'm doing right now. So, hunting season being less than a week away. I already showed you guys a Lone Wolf DeQuisto Series 1.0. My Lone Wolf sticks haven't came yet. So, what I'm going to do is use my spare XOP sticks. What I'm doing right now is working on silencing these bad boys. Alright, so as you see here, this one is already done. It's been silenced. I gotta finish putting all the hardware on. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back on, and when I come back, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the steps of what I do to tape it silently. Alright, everybody, I'm back. So, see, we got these sticks already wrapped and solid. Now, you can get a difference there in the finger not blown. There, you hear that? This you hear more of like a little silent thud. So, this looks a little different than your normal stealth strip. The stealth strip or the Lone Wolf silent strips. And that's because of this. So last year, when I got into mobile hunting a little bit, a buddy of mine was like, yo, the silencer stands looking the stealth strips. Well, when I googled stealth strips, this is what came up on Amazon. Me not knowing any better, I thought it was it. This is more like just like pre-wrap, camo pre-wrap. You can wrap your stuff, keep your things protected, keep your stuff cool to touch, which is what I like it for. And yeah, and it gets a good grip on things, so it's hard to lose grip. So if you stand holding it, another buddy was saying, oh, get some hockey tape. That's all I use. So here we got here is some hockey tape. Now first I started off with the hockey tape, and it was peeling off. It did its job silencing it a bit, but it was peeling off a lot easier. And this I thought would peel off because there's no way to really seal it, but nope, this stuck pretty good on my other set of sticks. It never came off. So what I decided was that if I take the hockey tape as well as the stealth strips, so I thought, put them together, I think I'm gonna have something good. And that's when I came up with this. Still the same light. This is feather light, and this, when you take the strips, isn't that much. So first thing I do is I do the base layer of the tape, just a strip over each part, and I come over and I wrap it. Now that's for the holes. After I wrap it, I'll go through, like when I put the hockey tape, I rub it in really good, and the holes will stick through the tape. The outlines will show, and I go back with my knife and just poke those holes out, cut little crosses in there so my screws can go through. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and show you the process. So first, go ahead and put the stick on the side. Now you see I took it all apart. I got all my hardware here separate. So this is the top, bottom, and this is the middle pin. I figured out quite how to get this one off yet, but that's alright. I figured out how to get around it anyway. Down there, rub it down, flip to the other side, same process. Alright, so we got this all covered with the hockey tape. Now, onto the stealth strip. Alright, now we're moving on to the stealth strip. This here is just the leftovers from these two. But we use this about not the whole roll, but quite a bit of each roll in each stick. So, got a whole bunch of these. They come in a pack of like 12 or 15 of them. So you ain't got to worry about not having enough. Alright, so start off at the top. This part, wrapping is a pretty simple part. The hard part is poking the holes and getting everything lined back up, but it's not that hard. Just like you wrapping a hockey stick or a baseball bat, just making a swirl, catching a little bit of the end each time. Keeping it tight. Try to keep all the wrinkles out of it. So we're gonna stack the sticks back up. There's no problem with the little clip catching. Seal it to each other, tear it, and it stays just like that. Now, only thing left, go back, cut these holes out of it. And put all your hardware back. But for the sake of time, not gonna let you guys watch me do all that. As you see here, we put it all together. Boy, this is just my process of wrapping and getting them silenced and cool to the touch. That's my favorite thing, cool to touch. In the winter time, especially when it's super cold, you're out there hunting, and it's hard to hang these with the big gloves. So you take gloves off, it's no problem just to grip this straight on to the stealth strip. I keep calling it stealth strip, but it's not stealth strip. But to grab the stick where it is like this, because it's not that cold. As for just grabbing this right here alone, with my house being air conditioned, this alone is cold. So, alright, you guys see here, this is what it's like when it's finished. And also, I use daisy chains, so I don't really worry about the noise, but it's more about just keeping it cool to touch or warm to touch. And when I'm traveling through the woods and they all strapped together, you know, so as it starts to bounce or whatever, it's not really that big loud clank. It's more of a thud silence. So with that, that'll be it for this episode. Yeah, so hopefully you guys find this helpful. You guys do the same thing for your sticks, whatever. Find your own DIY way to wrap them. You know, I'm not so much worried about the lightness and all that stuff. I'm a bigger guy, but this is still pretty light, and it's going to help me keep my hands cool as I'm going up. It's going to help me stay silent as I walk into the woods, and it looks pretty cool. Help camouflage it. So with that being said, we're going to sign out as always with love, peace, Afro Grease. Peace.